Right. So let's see if we can get a little bit more work done today. Same character, yeah. Ooh, that is bitter. That is concentrated. That is pure tea. Okay. If I take a look at the assets list, let's close a whole bunch of this stuff. So, blocking, and so we're going to reuse blocking animation. We need the death animation. So let's do the death animation. I think we can just duplicate the walk cycle, death. So let's see, start frame, and then we'll do end frame. The end frame will be just right. Super simple, nothing complicated. Actually, let's make it more exciting. Let's do something like and then there's the head. That way we can make it like right? Get what I'm saying? Yeah, you get what I'm saying. Because then we can do like we could do something dramatic like as a matter of fact, this would be here. This would be here. Yeah. Let's actually move it in a way where it makes sense. Yeah. And this one will be moved here. Like this. And now okay, so let's make sure we're not using the walking frames. So the in between here is going to be this falling. The in-between here. Let's see, so we need 2 in-betweens here. And that, and then we'll need something like this. This one not so much. Delete. Okay, we do need an in-between, but not the one that I drew. Create the frame. We need a different in-between. Like we need an actual... We need to speed this up. Highest. Study and looking too hot. You're talking about the are you talking about the streaming platform that Google's promoting? Yeah, everyone's talking shit about it. Personally, I don't care about streaming platforms. As in streaming game solutions. I do like my physical games. Or at least, you know, owning a game. FPS gaming. Well, I mean, to be honest, until people try it out and see what it's like, they honestly have no right talking shit about it. First, run some tests and see how it runs, and then come to conclusions. I mean, that's kind of my general understanding. People are jumping way too quick to conclusions that it's going to be a shitty platform. I, for one, don't care about it, but I don't go out of my way calling it being terrible without testing it out first. Okay. Ugh. I might add one more frame here. There was, wait, there was hands-on with, okay, hands-on as in what, they had a demonstration? Because I didn't watch the presentation, so I don't know. There we go. Maybe this one can even go slightly faster. See, it goes straight down, and it's not supposed to go straight down. So this actually needs to be moved back. And this needs to be moved forward. People should try study themselves. Even the presentation had very noticeable input lag, nearly half a second worth. Half a second is quite a bit of lag. Would have to, yeah, would have to see it. Here we go. Nice. Hey, Heis, have you seen the this animation set? Check out the death animation for the warlock. I like this. Okay, so this is the death animation for one of the ghouls. Okay, hurt and close combat defense. Reminds you of Dragon Lair. Never played Dragon Lair. Never even heard of well, okay, I've heard of Dragon Lair. I've never actually seen it. Yeah, let's see. The hurt animation would technically be something very simple. I could probably copy the block, and this would be the hurt. So I'll remove this arm. And, you know, we probably want to do something like sort of a thing like this, being slapped with a sword. Some people need to be slapped with a sword once in a while. Actually, maybe we can even do something like this. Try to get it. Suitable gesture here. Stream is buffering. Okay, it's fine now. Yes. Don't need this, don't need that. Maybe I can even go even more like, ugh. Yeah, okay. Okay, well, definitely wouldn't be this. It'd be some weird motion. Like this. get his whoops, hollow face. Yeah, no, that's not good. Let's do something like... Well, actually, I think something like this, where it's like, ugh. Or even like holding the knife like this. I might even actually do this like that, so we can actually see that it's a knife, so that when I come back to it, I can actually tell what the hell it is that I just drew here. Okay, so this would be hurt. What else? Close combat defense. Once again, I feel like I could just reuse the swiping animation. Maybe he doesn't have a close combat defense. Maybe the close combat defense is him dashing backwards. You know? You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's what it is. Oh man. Close combat. And the spawning animation. Spawning when the warlock spawns him. Although the spawning animation could just be a puff of smoke. So I'd have to do that. I'd have to figure out how to animate smoke. I've never really done that. Okay. So we got close combat defense. I kind of want to say, yeah, no close combat defense. Well, his close combat defense would be the backwards dash, so you know what? That could be it. He doesn't need to have a dedicated animation for the close combat defense. Okay. So the next thing we have on the list are... we have the Hollow Ghouls, which are passive. They don't really do much. They would all have some sort of a animation of their own. Like, depending on the environment. So they'll be very environment specific. Right now I'm working on the combat system. So yeah. Then we have the Brute. Oh god. The Brute. The Brute, man. The Brute. Brute walk. The Brute's gonna be big. Oh yeah. No, I think the weapons should be clearly visible. And we're running out of space. Now, let's see. So we have enough height. We just need more width. So we'll do something like 128 in width. There we go. So they carry around a big ol' tombstone on a rebar. Now I think he only has one arm. Yeah, I think he only has like a single arm. He basically has like a hole for another arm, for the other arm. Alright, let's take a look at scaling. How big is this guy? We got 5. He's not a whole lot bigger. He's definitely bigger, but he's not a whole lot bigger, which is actually nice. But we won't really know until we get rid of all of these guys and run the game and check this out up to scale. Man, what is this? Okay. Okay. That is actually pretty big, but not too big as to take up too much space in this level. And the shape looks kind of nice, I think. We can probably work something out with this area. Okay. Okay, so this guy would be initially pretty slow. Here's what I'm thinking. Man, what is the event today? Is it the E3 or what? What's going on? Why are there so many presentations today? What is the Nintendo something something? What is going on? Oh man. What is this? Oh, I guess it's the PAX East? I have no idea. Did not know you were online. Well, yeah, I did say I was going to take a break and come back to it, but this is not going to be like a super long one. Maybe about an hour, hour and a half, because I do have to do some tutoring work after this. Let's see, do this. Boop. Guessing this is the brute. Yes, it is. I got the placeholder animations for the hostile ghoul in place, so yeah, this is the hurt still frame. You've already seen me work on this guy. And then this is okay. This is the brute, and the other one is the walking one. Well, I think you've seen me work on the walking one. Come to think of it, what the hell have I done in all this time? Swipe. And oh yes, and I did the death animation for him. This guy. I might even, as a matter of fact, now that I look at it, I might even copy or insert frame. Sorry, don't want to copy. I might even put an additional still frame here. There we go. That one extra frame. One question. var temp char equals temp top players I0. How do I get the first letter of a name in an array? in GameMaker Studio. There's let's see. So there's the string. Okay, so the string char at. So this gets you supply a string, you supply the index, the position, and number 1 in this case is the first character. So instead of the string, this is where you supply the array with your player. So it would basically be something like let's see. It would basically be something like var first char equals, and it will be this. So the first character from temp top players, and you know, first player, second player, third player, fourth player, fifth player, etc., etc. So if this array holds your string names, your names as a string, I should say. I'm not sure what that I is before the 0, I0. Unless that's another array. If I... Yeah, so if I 0, if this is your player list, or like, and that holds the index of your player, and then this array is the names, and you use the index to get the names, then yeah, it's basically the same thing. You just use the same one. Okay. Now, why is his arm just disappearing? Nice. Okay. That's good. Yeah, so now I'm working on the brute. The brute, man. Okay. So... copy. Paste. So we got... the back. And then we've got up. Now we've got forward. Okay, that's a lot. That's way too fast. Okay. This like this, then this would be and forward. Okay. Actually, let me copy this. Duplicate. This is going to be the idle, because I like his stance right now. And then we'll go here and we'll do this as a walk. Okay. So this is the that and that. Let me actually go ahead and erase this so it doesn't confuse me. Okay. Good lord, he moves back. It works now, thank you. Yeah, no problem. No problem at all. Jeez, what did I do? Okay, maybe instead of moving around the entire body first, maybe I should get the walk cycle done. Alright, so I'll do... this, okay. Okay. Paste this in here. Actually, this is where his foot should be lifting off the ground. And this is where it should still be kind of flat. This is where this one... this is where it's flat. See, unlike with the small ones, I don't think I can get away with just duplicating the frames. Okay, all I have to do is just match the grounds plane. Okay. Oh. Can't have the foot moving forward. Nice. Menacing as ever. So the only thing is that I need to copy this, paste it in here, and now this has to be the front, this has to be the back, and then here we go. So this is the walking cycle. The only thing is, it would be great if we could make the hand move. Instead of looking like a stiff board. So, stomp down. Oops. Oh, what? Huh. Okay. It seems like my stream is cutting out. Which is, once again, great thing that I'm recording these. Because while the stream would have ended up being split into multiple files, multiple videos, because of the automated handling. Okay, so this needs to also repeat there. Yeah, in my case, since I have the files, it's gonna be all one single video. Okay, this I want to be just a tiny bit higher. I don't want to go all the way back. Stomp, stomp down. What if we actually go up with this one a bit? Hey. The only thing is the tombstone looks like it's made out of paper mache. But hey, polish can come afterwards. As long as it's not like a static thing. Although, would it be so bad if it was a static thing? Good lord, his bicep is getting bigger. Damn. Yeah, so it'll take a little bit of polish to get the tombstone to at least maintain some sort of a shape. But for now, as I said, placeholder animations. Good lord, this thing is huge. It's awesome. Battling this thing is gonna be interesting, especially when you're in 4 players. And he's gotta have some sort of a range to him too. Take advantage of that size. Right? If he starts swiping that thing's gonna have some range on it. You know, the full length of his arm plus the tombstone and the rebar. Oh yeah. This is where the rolling mechanics is gonna be used to heavily to get out of the range of this enemy. But here's the important thing. The important thing is with this type of a game, with the way we're going with the with the style of combat that we're going here, animating the action anticipation is going to be crucial to communicate to the player what kind of an attack happens. We can't just have the enemy immediately swipe, just like I have with the Warlock. His staff attack. His staff attack is, you know, we'll lift it up and then smack it on the ground. So that lift up will be the warning sign, the cue for the player to get the fuck out of the way. Right? And use the roll function, provided they weren't stupid and then they saved up enough mana. Or they saved up enough stamina, I should say. And they didn't use it all up on attacks to get away from this attack. Yeah, so gonna be important. We'll animate the idle animation afterwards. So we have the walk. Now the Brute does have a charge animation as far as I know. Brute. Charging attack. Yes, we have the walk. We have idle, which by the way I haven't added to it. Shift down. Idle. So we have that. At least the placeholders. We've got we need the charging attack. When he spawns, he can rip his arm off. Well, this guy doesn't actually spawn. As soon as you enter the room, he's already there. Not all the enemies can spawn. Can spawn out of nowhere. The only ones so far are the eyeball that can materialize, because maybe the Warlock can also spawn the eyeball. Or they can just appear, you know, by themselves. Maybe on a timer or something. And the hostile ghouls, which by the way I haven't made the spawning animation for, but the spawning animation is actually supposed to be the puff of smoke thing. So that's what that's going to be. It's just going to display the the character with a puff of smoke in front of it, right? And that's going to make the character appear that way. Now with the Brute, okay, the Brute, it's so much work. God damn it. Okay, charging attack. that's the one where... This one's going to be wildly used when the character is... fighting the smaller guys in the room. So, for instance, there's no sense for the brute to attack with his club. That is the tombstone on the rebar. Acts like a club, or a hammer, I should say, mallet. Let me just name all the synonyms for the word hammer. If he's at a distance, I think he's just going to use a charging attack. And if he's in close combat, that's when he's going to be using... that's when he's going to be using the hammer. Hammer time. What else? Smash weapon attack. So the smash weapon attack is actually, I think, a good close combat defense. Yeah, okay, so that's what this is going to be. Close combat defense. So we're going to get rid of this. Delete row. Shift up. So we're going to leave a note. Smashes hammer on the ground. How to be the life of a party. Have the party at a funeral. Or at a graveyard. God damn it, I fucked that up. Okay. So we have the charging. We don't have the charging, we have to make the charging. Another thing is with the hurting attack, with the hurt animation, I feel like the player needs to lay in a few hits before he can actually show the hurt animation, just because he's a refrigerator. He's a walking refrigerator, walking mountain of flesh. A one hit shouldn't really make him go like, oh no, right? That doesn't make sense. Swipe attack, hurt, death, charging attack. The charging attack is basically him running with a hammer in front of him. So instead of the walk, we can duplicate the walk. Let's see if we can reuse some of this stuff. So charge. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. So in here, we're going to create a new layer. We are going to remove this thing. And we're going to say and he doesn't have a head, by the way. If that wasn't apparent before. So this basically him holding the tombstone in front of him as if it's like a battering ram. That is effectively his charge attack. And I think for this, I need to minimize my animation to 3 frames. Instead of 4. To make it faster, so... well... And I probably need to make the thing here, the leg rise, a lot more extreme. Okay, don't need this. So do that. So maybe I can just delete this. You know what? No. It still looks like he's walking. So let me... I need to move the legs backwards. If I wanna... Whoops. If I wanna make it look like he's running. So once again, when you try to run, you're pushing your body forward. So if you want to push it faster, i.e. run, then you need to go ahead and do that harder. So we're talking about actually, might even do that like this. Make sure we mind our grounds layer. Okay, we can fix this up in a second. Let's see, so which leg is currently on the ground? Here we go. In fact, we should probably do something like this. And here we are. Okay. It's very goofy. Actually, let me disable this. So it could work. I just need to now erase the arm and see what it... Oh, for God's sakes. I need the smaller brush. See what it looks like with the tool, with the weapon directly in front of him. Where is the leg here? Wait a minute. Where did the leg go here? Did I not draw one? Okay. We'll figure this out in a second. Get rid of this. Oh man, I'm gonna have to like draw an in-between animation for lifting the hammer like this. I feel like that's gonna have to be a whole separate animation. You see, the problem is that the legs are still directly below him. So I don't think when you're running you'll ever be able to stretch your leg that far ahead of you. Let's do this and that. Whoops, excuse me. Okay, what the fuck did I just do? What? Oh, for God's sakes, I screwed this up. Okay, what is this supposed to be? Front, down, stomp, back, and then this supposed to be here. Wow, okay. I royally fucked this up. Oh my goodness. Don't ever keep the animation in mind. Always play back the frames. Okay. Okay, maybe. Maybe. What is this weird ski-like leg formation that I drew here? And if I enable this... Okay, so this is where I think I can just kind of cheat a little bit. Whoops. No, don't want to do that. Copy. So there. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. That's kind of nice, actually. If the pixels don't change on the tombstone, then it kind of makes it look more solid. Obviously, we couldn't really do that with the walking animation because the walking animation actually has the angle changes, so we have to redraw it. But in this case, yeah, not bad. This could work out. I do want to animate the thing properly. So front. Whoops. Okay, I need to use the mouse. Front, down, down, back, front, front, down, back. There we go. Actually, let me also go to the animation. Let's lift up this leg. I think when you run, if I remember correctly, only one of your legs is ever touching the ground. Okay, here we go. We can even kick it up a little bit in the air. Erase this. These are all draft animations anyways. We'd have to go into and do this. Hey, not bad. We can work with this. And I think 3 frames will be just enough for this. I don't think we need any more. Oh, geez. Animating stuff, man. Animating stuff. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, okay. I was kind of worried to make sure that I was kind of worried that they were gonna look too similar, but nope. All's good. All's good in the hood. But I do think I need that transitional. Whoop! Don't do that. I do need that transitional animation where he's like, huh, before he starts running. So it's like a transition to, like a charge prep. So not only actually, so charge prep, I could do charge prep and I could combine the animation for the leading action for the charge prep. So when he's like leaning forward a little bit to get a, you know, like a kickstart, be right before he starts running. I think that might actually work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know what I'm counting. Okay. And I believe it's going to be easier to understand what's what once we actually get the once we actually get to see what the different elements are when they're colored. Maybe we could make another frame, but not now. It's not gonna not gonna be now. We're gonna do this afterwards. What's that from? I think I was listening to something like that yesterday. Let's go to the assets list. So we have the charge animation now, so that's perfect. We have the close combat defense. That's the smash. Yeah, that's the hammer smash on the ground. We have the swipe attack, so that's the, you know, everybody's got one sort of thing. We have the hurt and the death. Close combat attack, swipe attack, hurt, death. Right. Close combat defense. Swipe attack, hurt, and death. Smashes hammer on the ground. Okay, so if we say, I think we can borrow something. Yeah, okay, we can borrow something from the idle animation, so we'll use that as a basis. This is the what's the thing? Close combat. Well, this is smash. Hulk smash. Bulk smash. So start frame. Then so we have to do like a stretch on here. So we have to move this, and then we have to do like that, and that would be our second. Maybe we can even move the body a little bit back. I don't do a lot of that. The body should move just like the rest of the upper torso. Should also inflict some motion on the body as well, I think. So first, and then the last keyframe would be the, let's see, lower body like this, and then so start and then look at this, maybe. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of room to do perspective work with this, so maybe only if I do something like this. Even then the thing is kind of too big. Yeah, let's just do this. Like that. So if I do this, that, and that, and that, Whoop, too thin. And then we'll do that. Smack. I think we need to do this in here as well. Ooh, hey, look at that. Let's not play the back though, while I'm erasing stuff. So let's go ahead and do this. 2, 2, 2, 2. At least a little bit. Once I color it, it's gonna be a little bit more easy to track what the heck's going on. As a matter of fact, this piece should probably be moved over there. Actually, not only that, this piece, you know, it looks like we're losing half of our weapon here. Smack. Let me actually insert maybe another frame here. I want to push that arm just a little bit more there. Like this. So let's disable. Oh, well, okay. Let's at least put some sort of a body in here. There we go. Then we can insert an in between here, and this will be somewhere around there. And we can do something like this. Rebar, and then okay, I'm gonna have to figure that out. Actually, you know why? My arm is getting a little bit long. That's why. M. So do that. Escape. D. E. D. Here we go. Okay. See, if you press play by accident and you're still drawing, it's actually going to paint the damn pencil marks into the frames. Every single frame. That's the worst part. Hit. Okay. I could put an in-between frame here. I think this would be the one place where an in-between frame with a hammer flights, something like this, would actually look good. For one. Let's actually match the in-between frames. And I'll need some sort of like a cool-off animation as well. Well, not animation, but a few cool-off frames. So after this one, we'll have to add something that a little bit implies some sort of inertia. Let's go ahead and not do that, though. Distracting sometimes. See, this is... GameMaker needs to have two separate functions for what? Not two separate colors for onion skin. Forward color and backward color. There's I don't know what sort of an animation program has a single color for forward and backward thing. Right? Why would you put the same color on both the forward and backward animation frame as is? So back, this needs an in-between. Because we don't want that to enter too quickly. I may or may not have to expand the canvas size to accommodate. And this also needs an in-between. That hammer is flying way too fast. So a great way to show... Jesus, okay. To show that it's very heavy is have it move very slowly when it's being swung around. Yeah, there we go. Starting to feel it. We need another one. We need another frame. It's like, oh, Jesus. Oh, jeez, so heavy. Okay, let me actually, yeah. Let me draw them as blocks. Okay. Okay. A little bit further down, actually, for this one. So maybe like this. Like that. Something about that blur frame that I'm not too fond of. Okay, lift. It's this travel distance, it's way too big. We need another in between here. So it wouldn't be fast. It wouldn't really be so fast to suggest that there's even motion blur going on there. I don't think that would make sense. But if it's swung, real tough, then maybe the impact would suggest power. Okay. Well, now it's kind of counterintuitive. Let's see. Okay, what if we delete this in-between frame? Okay, what is... There we go. Yes. Hey, okay, maybe. There we go, okay. So it would still be fast. Okay, and if we play it at 10 frames. Okay, so back, and I do think I need another in between here. And this in between needs to move. Okay, come on. Needs to move the hammer even further back because of inertia. Okay, there's some movement that I don't like about that. It's this one. This one. It's kind of unnecessary. Maybe it looks like it kind of shifts too much. Maybe, in fact, it should stay in the same place. Okay. As the previous frame. It's that inertia taking place. There we go. In fact, if we take another frame and solidify its position there, once again, theoretically, that should only serve us the purpose of showing the weight of this object. There we go. Bam. Hi ho, hi ho. I think coupled with the with things like particle effects here and screen shake, I think this would convey the message of the weight of this weapon. Nice. Okay. Assets list. So, close combat defense. We have that. Yeah, so the only thing that are left is swipe attacks, hurt, and death. Okay, well, I think that should be it. This is a fairly short stream. Maybe I'll do a little bit more in the evening, but right now I have to do some work. All right, so yeah,